Assalamu alaikum. And shukran jazilan for letting us visit with you this week. Those are 4 of my, about 12 Arabic words. Your English is far better than my Arabic will ever be. So thank you for inviting us into your school. We have had a wonderful week. I am Mary Mickelson from Indianapolis, Indiana. In about 4 hours, I can be in Chicago from my house. So ladies, would you just introduce yourselves?
Hi, everybody. I'm Azafwat. It was my pleasure joining the external team review today, and I enjoyed mostly here in the school. I have seen lots of amazing things, and you're working very hard. Thanks for hosting us in the school. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nasreen Madhoun. It was a pleasure serving on the team in your school. I enjoyed my visit here. It's my first time being here. Thank you for having us.
Hello, good afternoon to each and everyone. I'm Emmanuel Natividad, and this is my first time to visit your school. First of all, I would like to thank you, Ms. Noura, for your kindness to the administration, to the management, to the owners, to the managers, to the teachers, to the staff, all of you, for your humility, for your generosity, and for your hospitality. We really enjoyed the visit in our school. So thank you very much. Bye.
Assalamu alaikum. I wanted to talk in Arabic to take my free to express my feeling. أنا اسمي عصام علي في فريق الاعتماد. المدرسة يعني عجبني فيها حاجات كتير جدا من أول المقابلة اللي احنا قابلها لنا في المطار لحد آخر دقيقة احنا موجودين فيها هنا. الروح اللي موجودة بين المدرسين دي كانت أكتر نقطة عجبتني جدا جدا جدا. الصراحة أنا كمدرس يعني أسعدني المستوى التعليمي والأدائي والتفوقي بتاع المدرسين اللي موجودين. بالنسبة للإدارة مس نورة والإدارة كاملة الصراحة يعني قابلتونا بحفاوة ويعني تقدير ما شفناهاش قبل كده الصراحة. فشكرا جزيلا لحضرتك وإدارة المدرسة. موافقين جميعا إن شاء الله.
طيب سالم المصري. طبعا انا قعدت مع شويه كتير منكم ناقشنا واتكلمنا وصاحبنا اشكركم جدا يعني على كرم الضيافه بتاعتكم، وانا اقول لكم ان انا استمتعت جدا بمقابلتكم والحوار معكم، وان شاء الله 2020 تبقوا
I am John Metcalf from Wyoming in the United States. Thank you very much for your hospitality and your cordialness in welcoming us. Thanks to my teammates for providing an excellent week. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you again.
Okay, it's back to me for a few minutes. What I will share with you is the PowerPoint today is the same PowerPoint presentation that people are seeing in other schools, in other parts of the world, in the United States. Any school that is hosting a visit this week or any other week is seeing this same PowerPoint. So that said, the first several slides are commercials. And there, I think, is the number we were talking about, right? Over 20 million students worldwide. In the last number I heard was 34,000 schools. So there are many, many children and parents and families whose lives are part of advanced ed. So we thank you for what you do to support the learning for your children. The protocol, again, everybody is seeing this same PowerPoint presentation at the end of the review. The protocol that we use is a standard protocol. It's used around the world. We have done 3 things. We have listened and learned. Some of you were part of interviews. We saw a presentation and heard about the wonderful things you're doing here the other day. And we've learned a lot by listening and learning. We have observed students in classrooms. Please know we were not evaluating teachers, not our job. One of the things we heard about is that you use KPIs, sound familiar, right? KPIs as part of your teacher evaluation process. So, congratulations on doing that. But we weren't evaluating you. We were observing the children as they were learning in your classrooms. We also took a look at many of the artifacts that Mr. Muhammad and lots of other people have organized and placed in the Google Drive for us. That was a very, very helpful way. Sometimes we have artifacts in notebooks, and those are fine, but it was very, very helpful and efficient to have them online. Thank you for that. We had many discussions, professional discussions. You meet as teachers and supervisors and administrators and council members, right? You have your meetings. We had ours. We had our first meeting on, what was that, Saturday afternoon. We met again on Sunday night. We met last night. We have spent the morning today meeting. So we have had many good professional discussions, and we have created and will share with you findings from our discussions. Some of those findings today, about this much. In the whole report, that is a written report, we will share that many findings with you. This is just a sample of our findings. As we were listening and learning, we interviewed 186 people. Now, interviewed some of them. Sometimes we talked informally. We may have talked with some of you informally in the hallways or at break time. We talked with students informally and at break time. We spent some time yesterday with parents, both moms and dads, and we heard a lot of good information as we were listening and learning. And we'll go on to the next slide. When we rated the indicators, when we made our ratings in the same way that you made your ratings. We rated the indicators 4, 3, 2, and 1 in the same way that you did. We rated them in standards 3 and 5, teaching and learning. We rated them in standards 1 and 2, the leadership capacity. That's teacher leadership as well as administrative leadership, as well as the leadership provided by the management council. I didn't get the right word. So we know that there are different levels of leadership, but many, many people at Al-Kifa have responsibility for providing leadership. Kudos to you for the work that you do as leaders. We also heard about some of the ways that your students are learners. Your students are leaders. We saw children working in groups. Naturally, it was just the way they were learning. There were leaders in those groups. I saw so many name tags in the girls section. I'm the quiet, what's that person's name? The quiet manager? The quiet captain. And the resource manager, and all those jobs that students have in the classroom as they're working in their groups. You're helping your children, your young people, learn to be leaders as well. As they participate in the international competition, the robotics and the creativity in Korea, was it? So we know that your students have leadership opportunities as well. And the use of resources. We saw many, many resources. And we saw resources in Arabic, resources in English, and we saw technology. So we see a facility that really supports the teaching and learning process. So we'll take the next slide. One of our responsibilities is to rate the indicators, 4, 3, 2, or 1, same way you did, and provide evidence for our ratings. Now, the other responsibility we have for that is to leave you with some powerful practices. A powerful practice is a wow. Buy an airplane ticket. Go to Al-Asa, Saudi Arabia, and see how they're doing a business management leadership decision-making process. Mabruk. That's one of the powerful practices. I'll share that and another one with you in a minute. We're leaving you 2 powerful practices. Opportunities for improvement. Those are suggestions just to kind of support the ideas that you already have for moving improvement along to the next place. We're also offering you 2 improvement priorities. That's what we called required actions 5 years ago. You had some required actions in that quality assurance review 5 years ago. They're not required actions anymore, but they're still required. We're offering you 2 improvement priorities. Okay, take the next one. So the first domain is teaching and learning, standards 3 and 5. So the first thing we're going to show here are the number of classrooms we were in. Take the next one. I will tell you, we were in 59 classrooms yesterday. Oh, it gets better, folks. It gets better. We were in 59 classrooms yesterday. You have already noticed that the ratings are very high. And congratulations to you for that. We'll take the next slide. This is the first of those 2 powerful practices. I mentioned earlier that we saw students working in groups. We saw students working in groups in many, many different ways in the classrooms. We saw students working in groups in the national section, in the international section, in the girls sections, in the boys sections. We saw it all over. I asked one grade 6 girl, I said, so how long have you, no, this is right. How long have you been working in groups? And she said, since grade 3. Your students understand what it means to be a participating member of a group. So it is a powerful strategy for them as they learn. Next slide, please. This opportunity for improvement, this is one of those suggestions. We know that you are talking about standards-based reporting. We know that you use standards-based reporting in your balanced scorecards for your own continuous improvement. Extend that process as you create those standards-based report cards to report out to parents, more specifically, what their children are doing. What are your children learning in grade 4 math? Rather than a number that may not mean much to a parent, what are the skills? What are the pieces of knowledge that grade 4 students are learning in math? So work on those standards-based report cards. Next slide. This improvement priority you must address within 2 years. Doesn't mean you have to finish it, because that one never finishes. You will always have students who need guidance, guidance for their own personal development, guidance for their academic planning, guidance for making career decisions. So that's what this one is. We'll take the next slide. Leadership capacity, the second of the powerful practices is in this standard. We'll take the next slide. This one I'm going to read the words because this is incredibly powerful and almost unique. And please let's celebrate, but celebrate quietly. The administrative committee and the school leaders apply effective, proven decision-making processes and best management practices that are adapted from the business model of Al-Kifa Holding Company. You don't exist as just a school. You are not just a school. You are a part of a bigger entity. It's a bigger entity, Al-Kifa Holding Company, that has a sense of social and community responsibility. And we celebrate that with you. Next slide. This is the second and the last improvement priority. Oh no, it's the second one. Confirm your commitment to a learning environment that is English only in the international section. We know that that is part of your mission, part of your vision. Reaffirm that commitment to English only and do the things that you need to do in order to provide students with the best models for English language speech and writing. So now we'll take the next one. Moves us into resource utilization. And the next one. Oh, that was the second improvement priority, because this one is to be sure that you have sufficient and balanced collections of Arabic and English language resources for students and teachers. Now that doesn't mean books in the library only. It might mean resources that are online. It might mean videos. You decide what resources mean. You decide what the balance is between English and Arabic. So that's the other improvement priority we offer you. Those are our findings. The next slides are the really important ones. So we'll take the next one. The IEQ, that is a combination of all of our ratings for all of the indicators and all of the standards. Okay, so the next one is the slide that actually has the ratings on it, so we'll take that one. Say what? What? Oh, the excitement is building. The excitement is building. Okay, the excitement is building. Y'all are much more settled over here. Thank you very much. I appreciate your excitement. You're going to be even more excited about one of the next slides. So let's go. Oh, he left. Oh, go ahead to the next one. We have found that the ratings we shared with you and that you'll see in the report, the written report, are well within what Advanced Ed expects. And we'll take the next slide. Yes. I am happy. We're more settled in our excitement over here. I love you guys.
مبروك.
وتصنع جيلا من بعد جيل يقود ويبني أعلى القمم، وبالإنجاز تروم المعالي، وبالإبداع تفوق الشمم. يا صرحا تفتح بين الزهور لخدمة الدين ثم العلم. أنا ابن الكفاح أبي أنا، أبي أنا بعلم وفقه وشعر لسن، وشعر لسن. أنا ابن الكفاح أصيل أنا، أصيل أنا.
نجلس شباب، نجلس لو سمحتوا.
علمي يجوب المدن، يجوب المدن.
نحن أبناء الكفاح، عزمنا عزم أكيد. نحن أبناء الكفاح، نصنع المجد الجليل. نحن أبناء الكفاح، عزمنا عزم أكيد. نحن أبناء الكفاح، نصنع المجد الجليل.